I've helped people go from zero to millions. But the biggest transformation I see, it's not at $1 million, it's not even at 100K, it's at $10,000. That's when people go from anxious and reactive to calm, confident, and in control. Today, I'll show you exactly why and how the 10K strategy can change your life too. Let's get into it, starting with number one, 10K is the first mental breakthrough. Now, you can read all the personal finance books in the world, but until you actually see 5 figures in your bank account, it doesn't really feel real. It's the difference between knowing something intellectually and actually believing it. Now, when you cross $10,000, you look at your accounts, your brain goes, oh, I can actually do that. And you feel it. That belief changes how you behave. You stop panicking over $50 expenses. You stop falling for TikTok side hustle scams and IUL bullshit. And you finally realize, I'm in control. It's not just money in the bank. It's your first real dose of financial confidence. Number two, it's the tipping point for emergency peace of mind. You don't need 12 months of expenses in an emergency fund, but you do need breathing room. Like imagine you suddenly need to get the brakes fixed on your car, or that you have a surprise medical expense. Where's that money gonna come from? $10,000 gives you space. You can cover a surprise expense. Instead of going into panic mode, you just go into your savings. And you know what that unlocks? Mental bandwidth. With financial peace of mind, you can finally focus on the real levers of growth, like negotiating your salary, starting that side business, or investing consistently. By the way, if you're watching this and thinking, damn, I wish I did this 5 years ago, then hit subscribe, because every single week I have new material to show you how to get started with your money, how to get faster results, bigger results, and how to stay focused and accountable. Number three, the habits that got you to 10K will take you way further. Nobody accidentally trips and falls and saves $10,000. It takes planning, it takes discipline, it takes saying no when it matters. You didn't get here by luck. You got here by building a system. Now, maybe that system is automatic transfers. Maybe that system is using a conscious spending plan. Maybe you stopped chasing shiny new budgeting apps and focused on what actually works. That $10,000 is proof your system works. And to get to $100,000, you don't need a new playbook. You just need to keep running the same one with a little more intensity and a little bit more patience. Number four, you shift from survival to strategy. Before 10K, every dollar feels precarious. A lot of people are budgeting down to the penny. Many people feel guilty for buying coffee. There's financial stress every single day. But once you pass 10K, you can finally zoom out. You're not asking that question, how do I survive this month? You start asking questions like, how do I grow my income? How do I invest better? What does my rich life actually look like? And this is the real magic of money. Once you stop worrying about $1 here and $3 there, you can start using it strategically. Let's talk about what happens when your money starts working harder for you. Number five, compound interest starts to matter. Did you know that if you invest $500 and you get a 7% return, all right, cool, you made $35. But if you invest $10,000, now you're making $700 a year just for having your money work for you. That's actually real money. At $10,000, compound interest really starts to kick in. It stops being theoretical and it starts being noticeable and even transformational. It's like getting a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small, falls apart, but the longer it rolls, the bigger it gets. And eventually it's moving faster than you could have ever imagined. Number six, you stop falling for financial myths. To even get to 10K, you would have had to stop chasing bad advice. You probably realized long ago that skipping your $4 coffee is not actually gonna build wealth. You stop obsessing over budget spreadsheets and you start thinking bigger, like increasing your income and automating your investments. You finally understand the difference between tactics and strategy. You know, most people are stuck focusing on minutia for their entire financial lives. But you zoom out and realize, oh, there are 3 or 4 important things. Let me do those things and I don't need to worry about the rest. Number 7, you realize earning more is the real game. Let me say this clearly. You will not get rich by budgeting your way to wealth. At a certain point, there's a finite amount of money, and you tracking how much Fritos cost is not going to change your financial future. In reality, the way that you get wealthy is by making your money work for you. That is investing, that is growing your skills, increasing your income, all of those things. Hitting 10K gives you the space to start playing offense. That might mean asking for a raise, earning a side income, or taking a calculated career risk. And that's when wealth really starts to snowball. Not because you're pinching pennies or tracking every single expense, but because you are multiplying your top line. Now, if you're under 10K right now, don't panic. This isn't about shame. I'm not here to judge you. What I'm here to do is to give you clarity. 10K is your first major win, and it's more powerful than most people realize. Your job is to build the right system, then to automate it, and then to get there as fast as you reasonably can. And once you do, you're gonna look back and laugh at how hard it felt, because after this, everything starts to skyrocket. If you wanna know exactly what to do after you hit 10K, watch this next video, why net worth skyrockets after 100K and how to get there. That's where the real wealth explosion begins. So click right here, I'll walk you through it step by step.